What's going on, you guys? Welcome to another episode of the Midnight Run here on the Nicotina Show. I'll be joined by Axel Droga, who's actually just stepped away for a moment. So when he comes back, I'll bring him back on. He's back right now, so there he is. What's going on,
Hey guys, how's everyone going?
It's fire.
That's how it's going.
Yeah.
So, I do these late night streams every so often. I used to do them all the time, but now I just kind of do it whenever work and life kind of permits it. And today it really did because I had to work a late night shift. And I just want to get some energy out and say what's up to everybody who's not here because there's 0 people watching right now. There's 2. Never mind. So guys, do me a favor, tweet out this link, let everybody know we're live, and we're going to be talking about a few different topics. If you caught the last stream, which is this past Monday, we talked about Book of Boba Fett. We talked about the Batman, a little bit of Batgirl, and the stupid rumor from My Time to Shine, which I think this person is completely full of shit. They were claiming that Tom Cruise is the actor that Warner Brothers wants to play Hal Jordan in the DCEU, which I think is a terrible move because he's way too old, and I just don't see it. I mean,
yeah, and he's put on like a lot of weight recently, right?
Well, no, I mean he's always in great shape, but the thing is that I'm a Tom Cruise fan. I love Tom Cruise, but to me, making him your Hal Jordan, he's too old for one, and it just to me like every time I see him, I wouldn't think that's Hal Jordan. I would think that's Tom Cruise. So it's better to almost find like a lower actor who's not as established as Tom Cruise is, because to me he would always just be Tom Cruise and not Hal Jordan. And so I mean, but look. Can he do a good job? I'm sure he can. I just think it's a bad casting. And obviously it came from My Time to Shine. Same TV actors will be recast. Okay, no shit. And that's the thing. So it is what it is. But yeah, so if you haven't done so yet, check out the stream this past Monday. We talked about a lot of different topics, and that was one of them. We also had a deep talk about. Actually, no, that was on the Four Nerds. We had a deep talk about the Snyder Cut, which is actually was actually pretty good.
I actually just rewatched that again, actually. Like the final battle with my dad, and he's like, why won't they make a sequel? He keeps asking that. Like, why won't they do that? And I'm like,
they won't, because here's the thing is that if they were going to make a sequel and continue the Snyderverse, which I pray to God that they do, but if they were going to do it, that means that essentially you would have to take everything that comes out after Zack Snyder's Justice League came out would have to be canon, would have to be connected to Zack Snyder's Justice League. That would have to be the canon for the DCEU. The problem is that if that was going to be canon for the DCEU, they would have made a much bigger deal out of that movie in terms of like marketing and advertising, especially coming from Warner Brothers. Really, Warner Brothers had nothing to do with the marketing. That was all through HBO Max.
All they did was leak it, on HBO Max.
Mean, like the social media campaign was awesome, and there were I don't even know if there was any TV spots. I don't remember seeing anything on TV about it, mainly just on the internet. So if they would have went, had trailers, in the theaters, they had trailers all over the TV. They had just really go after it. This could have been a huge thing. And that would depict, hey, you know what? This is going to be their new canon. Like whatever happens in this movie is going to be the canon moving forward. But they didn't do that. Instead, they came out with not Peacemaker, but the Suicide Squad right after that with Peacemaker in it. And
basically, it's the same thing.
But the thing is, okay, and so if they were going to continue the Snyderverse, they'd have to make that canon, and they did not do that. Instead, they've come out with a movie that is anything but the Snyder Cut. It's going in a completely different direction, right? Now, do I think that the Suicide Squad's a bad movie? No, I don't think it's a bad movie at all. I just don't think it's a very memorable movie. It's not. I mean, it's forgettable. Like I haven't watched it. I've seen it once and maybe twice, but I haven't had the desire to be like, you know what, I'm gonna watch Suicide Squad again. It just wasn't, to me. It just wasn't that compelling of a story. And
after its release, no one talked about it. Not one person talked about it. And for the Snyder Cut, people were talking about it for months. It was much more memorable, and yeah.
Exactly. No, and I wholeheartedly agree. What's up? We got Venom Hernandez in here. Say what's up, Venom. We got Jesse Allen. Ozzy's in the house. I'm the house. Oh, so Jesse is the house. Okay. We got DC Talk with Extended. We got Niner Live. What's up? And hey, Sunday, man. Sunday's a big day. I watched 15 minutes of Pacemaker and won today. Had to witness Cena having sex. Yeah, he has sex in I think it's the second episode, I think, or the first episode. I think
Okay,
the
that
second
gives
one.
me another reason
What's up,
not to watch it.
Sophion? I wouldn't mind if they continue the animation or a graphic novel. Now, be careful with that, because if they do that, they're going to jump on you for saying that that you're trying to cancel the Snyder Cut. Because that's what they did with Dave Pena. But no, I agree. I mean, if there is no other way to get the Snyder Cut or the Zack Snyder Justice League Part 2 and 3, but in a graphic novel or animation form, and Zach was down with that. Zach was like, "Yeah, let's do that." Then yeah, I'd be like, "Fucking, let's go." You know what I mean? Like, if
Whatever
he
Zach wants to do, I'm all in for that because I
exactly,
respect
dude.
him. He's a great filmmaker, and if he doesn't, and if he wants that to be either a comic, animation, mostly I would prefer animation. But yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah,
That's
I
his
mean,
decision, and yeah,
exactly. As long as it's his decision, then I'm all for it. And the thing too is that when it comes to like the Ben Affleck thing, look, that's up to Ben and up to Zach. If Zach were to be given the green light to make Zack Snyder Justice League 2 and 3, then that's up to him to if he can get Ben to come back. I mean, obviously, you have to understand this too. If you were to move forward with the Zack Snyder Justice League 2 and 3, you're talking about the huge, huge Justice League movies with Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Ray Fisher, Ezra
Jason
Miller,
Momoa,
Jason Momoa, Ben Affleck.
and
Talking
even
about
more like Ray
the
Porter, like
Ray
Willem Dafoe,
Porter,
maybe
yeah, Willem
Connie
Dafoe
Nielsen,
would have to be in it. Yeah, Connie
Amber Heard,
Nielsen,
maybe.
Amber Heard definitely would be in it.
Yeah,
Who else? There's a lot of moving parts with this, because it's
Amy
one thing.
Adams.
It's one. Amy Adams, thank you. Lawrence Fishburne, Jesse
I actually did like a
Eisenberg.
big fan cast of what Justice League 2 actually is. I can actually send it like a link to
Well,
that
but
if you want.
here's the thing is that like it is it is a very daunting feat in order to yes, that's right, Jared Leto, that's right, Jesse. It's a very
Oh yeah,
daunting feat to put that together and make it happen. Do I think it's possible? Yeah, I definitely think it's possible, but it is a pretty extreme thing to do. Oh, what is this?
it's
Is
a
this
bold take. Oh yeah, that's my fan cast list for Justice League 2.
where'd you get this picture from? The cover is pretty cool.
Um oh, I just found it. Like I just looked up just Justice League fan art, like Nightmare fan art. Yeah.
There's a lot of characters. I mean, and you added some characters too.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of people that you'd have to cast. And look, like I said, is this impossible to happen? No, I don't think it's impossible, but it's definitely something that would take it would take a lot of
It'd
work
take
to
a
make
long
happen.
time.
And these are huge movies too. I mean, and this is Axel's um
I'd film them
casting
like
here.
back to back. So
Well, you'd
you got
have to with
Ben
this big
Affleck
of a
as
cast.
Batman.
Yeah, with this big of a cast, you'd have to film them back to back. And this is just a portion of the actors, It's I mean, look, he even cast a new Batgirl.
And a new
um,
Supergirl, and I got
who
like
was
like
the girl from The
Jackie Earl,
Witcher?
yeah, Jackie Earl Haley as Scarecrow. I think that'd be a great casting.
But see, but again, it's like there's just so many. Hey, look, you're throwing the Riddlers in there now.
I want your money.
There's a lot of characters that you would have to cast and put in there. And look, I mean, do I think Zach can pull it off? Yeah, I think he totally could. It would just be a massive project. And hopefully he gets a chance to do that. Hopefully he gets a chance to do that, because that would be I can't zoom in on that, but that would just be awesome.
Mhm.
I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, do you guys think that it's possible that this could happen? I mean, I think it is.
I
What's
think
up,
it's very
Primo?
possible. Just like it's gonna be like a big task to film those like back to back. Like you, because think of it, you got like the future, like the nightmare setting to film. Like you got all that stuff, and then you got the present day stuff, which is yeah, it's gonna be a lot. And besides the costume designing, the soundtrack making. I
Right.
mean, I definitely think Junkie XL could definitely kill it with that.
See,
And
and there you go again. And there's just a lot of people that you have to get involved with this. Do I think it's possible? Yes, I think it is very extremely possible that this could happen again. There's just, when you were actually when he was in the process of making these movies, when they were first being made, that's when you had to capitalize on all these actors at that time. Now you're gonna have to ask all of them to come back, make time in their own schedule if they have other projects. So, I hope one day we get to see it in any form. May it be graphic novel, may it be animation, may it be live action, which would be the best. But
most of
it's a
these
huge
actors like
undertaking.
say very positive things about Snyder. They unlike what they say about like Joss Whedon and stuff like that. Like they love Zack Snyder. Like Ben Affleck loves Zack Snyder, Henry Cavill loves Zack Snyder,
Yeah,
Gal, like
yeah.
Jared,
I
all those
mean,
guys.
it's definitely possible that it could happen, but it's like I'm not going to speak for these actors, you know. But I think it's definitely a huge possibility that this could easily be, that not easily, but this could be put together. Um, but it is what it is. I mean, the Snyder Cut in general was an impossible thing to happen, and it happened. And I'm freaking holding a physical copy of it right here. I mean, for the longest time, this didn't even exist, and now it does. So
Mm.
it's awesome, right? But it also, the Snyder Cut has also given birth. It kind of made way for other movies to have their own cuts, which still have not even come out yet. You're talking about the Ayer cut. You're talking about the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever. They're talking about, people are saying there's a web cut of the Amazing Spider-Man Part 2.
A
Um,
Raimi cut, a
the
Sucker
Raimi
Punch
cut, all
cut.
that stuff,
I believe
So
there's even a director's cut of that film called Robots. I'm like, what? Okay.
robots. Oh, the animated movie?
Yeah, the anime movie. I'm like,
Really?
well, okay, that's weird.
What's in that version? Is it just like where everyone, like, the robots like take over the world and kill people, or it's like
Probably.
a more violent version of the movie?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, there's like
It's more violent and more sexual. Fuck it, I'll take it too. Like, I want to see that shit. It's like, and I want to see more of this guy. I want to see more of Henry Cavill as
mm.
Superman,
Oh yeah.
and just release all the cuts. Why let them collect dust? I know exactly. It's like they don't want to do it because they don't want to invest money into it, and they don't want
And
to.
they don't want to show off their mistakes. They'd rather
Exactly.
keep
They're
that a
like, no, we're
secret.
moving on from that. We're not going backwards and showing. It's a big shitstorm, dude. It's fucking ridiculous what they're doing. And hopefully after the merger, some things can change. But I mean, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket when it comes to this merger. I mean, the guy has David Zaslav already has enough shit going on with that company that
Oh yeah, with
Nicotina
Sex in
just
the
caught
City.
up on Peacemaker and Boba Fett and enjoyed both of them. Right on, Jamie. Jamie, see, look, and that's the other thing too is that people are giving Peacemaker a lot of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like nonstop. And look, if you don't like if you don't like the show, that's fine. I don't give a shit. I like it. I mean, I think it's funny. I think it's interesting, and I'm a fan of the show. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. I mean, that's you're entitled to your own opinion. But I actually like
Like
the show. I
like
was
I'm not
not a
gonna
huge
make like
fan.
oh
What?
yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
on. Oh yeah, like I'm not gonna make videos like ranting on about Peacemaker sucks. But yeah, like if I don't like it, I'm not gonna talk about it. That's like if you don't like something, don't talk about it. And yeah, simple. End of story.
Yeah. But the last episode of Peacemaker I thought was really good. Pretty much every episode so far has been. The first episode I thought was the worst, which is funny enough as it is. Usually the first episode's the best. But I thought every episode's gotten better and better. What is this? Antlers? Is that like a new? Oh, it's going to HBO Max February 11th. Oh, it's like a horror movie. I'm
Oh,
I'm,
what's
I'm good
this
off.
movie?
I'm good off of that. I don't know. It's called Antlers. I don't know. So real quick, here's that art you were talking about, and
Mm,
this is based on the what do
the
you call it?
Batman show. It's like with they had a lot of like interesting like animation choices. You got like the Marilyn Manson.
Now, guys, remember this is breaking news because we're seeing this on Australian internet.
Yeah.
This is all Aussie right here. Go ahead.
So yeah, you got the Marilyn Manson Riddler design. Man, that was a creepy ass design back then.
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
you got like the Bruce Wayne there. You got the Catwoman with those big ears, and unmask the truth, and you got the penguin there.
Mhm.
There's also this other one that the same guy did, but it's in the
Oh, look at that.
90s town. Look at
Look,
Bruce Wayne.
did he do
He's
that with crayon or with colored
I
pencils?
I think he did it with pencils. Like that's really
Yeah,
impressive. Like without all like the technology, like people still do it. Like Jesus Christ. Like look at a thick Bruce Wayne there, like in the middle. Yeah,
it's cool. I like
it's
that.
fire.
And then here's the real one, which this poster I thought was really cool. Here's a few more. Here's another Batman poster, which
Yeah, they're
this is
using
really
so
cool.
many cool posters. Like I'm not a fan of the new one. Like like.
Look at that one. That one's fucking
Oh
badass.
damn, that is so cool. That is so cool.
You don't like this one?
I'm not a fan of it. Like it just reminds me too much of the MCU. It's I don't
Well,
know. I'm not a
you know what
fan.
it is that this is a very cliche type of
Mm.
movie poster. We got all the characters kind of cascaded on there, and so this is kind of like you've seen this setup before in a lot of different movies, like you said, MCU movies or whatnot. But like I like this shit right here. This is badass,
Oh yeah,
and even
so
that one's cool
unique. Oh,
too.
that one is awesome. And we were talking about on the ACS was talking about it earlier, like what their favorite posters were. I'll try and actually bring that link back up. Actually, I'll try and find it. Let's see.
Was it them talking?
No, not them talking.
I
It's
was like, I don't want to. I mean, I love ACS. I'm not going to watch the stream right now, but no, that's all good.
where
Um,
the Batman film news. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Here we go. So we got you got it up.
oh, sorry, I was looking.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking about this earlier, and well, they were. I wasn't on it, but like I said that this one, oh, I can't like the top, the top middle here is my favorite. So it's just simple. It's not complicated. It's just Batman. Like that's all you need
Yeah,
to know. And
it's
yeah,
just Batman.
I
And then
like
did you
the bottom one
see?
down here.
There's another one because let me see if I can find it real quick. There's another poster, or let me see. Hold on. Now that you have that one up, I think I sent it to myself. I think. No, I did not. What the hell did I do with it? There was one where it showed the before and after.
Oh yeah. I think you showed that one actually.
I think I put it in the
Yeah, you
Discord.
put it in the in the Discord actually.
Oh no, I got it right here. Here it is. Okay, so here's the image right here, and this is basically the same image, but
Jeez.
this is how it started, and this is how it went, how it ended up, and that's really cool. The effects they put on that.
So I love the rain effects. Like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, they got the logo highlighted. Like damn, this is professional right here.
Oh well, yeah. What's up? Hey guys, if you haven't done so yet, consider being a member. Big shout out to the members of the show. If you want to become a member, the link is down below in that little button that says join. And you also get access to the Discord as well. And also over on Patreon to help support the channel. So thank you to everyone on Patreon and the members. Your proceeds go a long way to keep the channel running. And the Discord is brand new. So we're going to be working on that. And I'm developing more stuff for that and getting that going. Just another way just to say what's up to you guys and to kind of roll as a community. So but this is really cool. I mean, just to see how it started and what they're able to do with it. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, as Patty Jenkins once said, it looks stupid now, but you gotta wait.
But you gotta wait because when it's done, it's gonna look so much better, right? No, it doesn't look that much better. Fuck that movie.
The movie's so bad. I watched that like on Christmas. I'm like, oh, this is so good. And then like after, I didn't want to. I knew it was bad, but I didn't want to say, oh, that I wasted my money on that because holy shit.
Good supporters.
Right, supporter.
Supporter. Bang bang. What's up?
187.
187, dude. Hey, this Sunday we're gonna kick some Ram ass. That doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean. I hated that Reeves rubbed Batfleck. Wait, hold on. I hated that Reeves rubbed Batfleck movie in his fans' faces the other day. I don't think he did that though. I mean, to be honest, look. Okay, so going back to that conversation, I think we had this on the Four Nerds. Yeah.
Honestly, I respect his decision. Like he had a good opinion. He didn't really want to do it. That wasn't his movie. It wasn't his story. It wasn't the movie he wanted to tell. He thought it like he like I'm glad he didn't do the Batfleck movie, because this movie looks already awesome, but like seeing it like through, I mean, it was Batfleck's eyes. I mean, it was Affleck's interpretation of the
Exactly.
Batman film.
I mean, here's the thing: is that you got Warner Brothers who's asking you to, they're reaching out to you because they want you to do this Batman project, right? And it talks about how they left him numerous calls and numerous messages, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And he's doing the Planet of the Apes movies, right? But he finally meets with them, and he tells them basically like, "Hey, look, he got a chance to look at the script, and he says it's a valid script. It had a lot of action. It was very James Bondian, and that it had a lot of action sequences and all that. And it was, like I said, it was heavily connected to the DCEU. And so, and there's nothing wrong with that. And he didn't say anything about like, oh yeah, it sucked. No, he was like, yeah,
Hey, man, that's trash.
Like, yeah, that's trash, man. Where is it? Hey, man, that's trash. But no, he just said basically, and he even said, I thought this is where they would say forget it, was that he said, hey, if I'm gonna do this, like if I'm gonna do a Batman movie, like it has to be something that comes from me. It can't be something that I'm inheriting and having to kind of like put together. I mean, think about it. It's like, if you are an architect and someone says, hey, I have these plans here, can you finish it off? He'd probably be like, well, like this is really cool and all, but like I could take the same idea and I'd rather make it my own.
Yeah, like this is perfect, but I like this.
Yeah, and so I actually respect the fact that he even spoke on it and said, "Hey, look, at the end of the day, I wanted to do my own thing."
Oh,
And
we got
that's
another of those bots in the chat.
Oh, I know.
They've been coming up recently. I don't know why they even bother.
Here I just put block user. I think it worked. I don't know. But no, it's just that he wanted to do his own thing, and I think that in the in order to promote, creative freedom, I think that's a good thing that they let him do that. And obviously, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of pushback from the studio, regardless of what's going on and what he's doing. But I mean, for the most part, I think that he's gotten, a lot more freedom than, let's say, what Zach did or what Zach got.
Yeah. Warner Bros was on his ass like 24/7.
Yes,
they're like,
exactly.
oh, don't shoot that scene. Like,
and they could easily be doing the same thing, but I mean, we don't know for sure.
Apparently, there's like 2 versions of the movie, like one with the Joker. Apparently, there's that. I don't know if that's true.
But, yeah, I mean, look, I would do the same thing, but here's the thing too. So if you inherit Ben Affleck's script, right, and you go, okay, so is Ben going to be in the movie? Probably not. No, I don't think he's going to be in the movie. So you're like, okay, so now I have to recast him. Okay, so I'm going to have to recast Ben. I'm going to have to go off of Ben's script, which didn't come from me. And so some of the inspiration, some of the ideas, some of the arcs that you're looking for, I'm going to have to get with him and say, hey, can we talk about your script? Because, I'm trying to adapt that, and at the same time, it's like, look, this is coming off the heels of Justice League. You know what I mean? It's kind of like he's like, hey, hold on a minute, that was a shit show. Exactly. Why did I say that name? Because it fucking sucks. That movie's terrible. Why did you say that name? But let me see. Sophion says, even Ben said multiple times the movie should be made by someone whose wildest dream is to make a Batman movie. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that unfortunately Ben lost his inspiration to make this movie because probably, I mean, obviously of a lot of the shit he had going on in his own personal life, but the experience that he went through with WB and making Justice League, I'm sure it didn't leave a very good taste in his mouth. And he's probably like, man, fuck this, I'm out. This is bullshit.
Probably like this guy probably kicked him out of the movie.
Yeah, probably. Probably. I think he had a lot to do with making it not very fun experience.
Like, hey, I know the comics. I can make it better. I can make it brighter.
I can make it brighter. Bigger, brighter, and better. No, not really, but jokes. I mean, shit, man. Let's see. But yeah, so I mean that's kind of what we're looking at. What is this? Oh, he has a bunch of cards. I'm sorry, I was going to add something else. But no, I mean, I don't think that Matt Reeves did anything wrong. I mean, the fact that he spoke on it, I mean, says a lot.
And I see a lot of people, like mostly Batfleck supporters, like hating on Matt Reeves. Oh, it's emo Batman, it's Twilight Batman. Like Ben Affleck came off from freaking Daredevil to do Batman. Like,
Yeah.
and like just seeing all the support. Like, look, I want a Batfleck movie. Is it gonna happen? 50-50. That's my hope. But like, yeah, I don't like. I want to see the Batman movie as well. I'm a DC fan and Snyder fan. I love Snyder, I love Affleck as well. But like, still, it is like you gotta support. Like, even though if you don't like the movie, just don't talk about it. Like, you don't have to hate on it. A lot of times, it's just unnecessary. Oh, that one is so good. I think
really good.
Aaron Bailey did like a textless one of that.
That's awesome. Total film. But no, I mean, I agree in the sense that, like, hey, look, if I mean, but here's the thing though, people are gonna if they don't like something, they're gonna bash it regardless of what anyone else thinks, and that's just the nature of people these days. And it's unfortunate, but I mean, that's just kind of the way it's gonna go. So I mean, it's really the best thing to do, or the best thing to mindset to keep is that don't let anyone else sway your decision on what you do, what you like and what you don't like. Just have your own decision on that. I wouldn't be surprised if Ben and Zach went to the theater to support Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson's Batman. I mean, yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, Zach literally stated that he thinks this is awesome, and still, Snyder's supporters won't stop crapping on the movie. Like,
exactly, and that's the thing too is that Zach has even said that he supports the movie. So why is it that we're still everyone's out there doing, boycott WB, boycott WB. I mean, look, you can boycott it all you want. I mean, I'm not going to boycott it because, look, at the end of the day, I'm going to see these movies. So I'd be a hypocrite if I told somebody, boycott WB, guys, boycott them. And then I go see the movie anyway. You know what I mean? It's just like that. Then at the end of the day, I'm a hypocrite. And I'm full of shit. And
besides, they're the ones who are like, I know it was AT&T who did the Snyder Cut, but like, it comes to them, they're still involved somehow. So without Warner Bros., I hate to say it, we wouldn't have the Snyder Cut or something like that. Now, no, I do not like Warner Bros. I think they're full of crap. Like, they last year they took the biggest L's like countless times, like with DC fandom, like goddamn everything. Like, but yeah, it comes to them. Like, if we can't have like, so you want to boycott this, but you somehow want them to make Justice League 2, 3, the Batfleck. Oh yeah, AF cut. Sorry, Jesse. Yeah.
The air cut, yeah. I just think that the direction that they're going in, it to me, it would be hard for them to make that to go back and do Justice League. I mean, I hope they do. I want to see it really, really fucking bad. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. But I want it to happen so bad. I mean, look, I'm never gonna give up hope, but the way that the studio is being ran, I just don't see them doing that. But hey, crazier shit's happening with the merger coming. Who knows?
And when is this merger happening? Like, I keep hearing so much about it.
April is when it's supposed to be done. Yeah, April.
Okay. So we gotta keep hope for Zaslav the Magician to
Zaslav the Magician. There you go.
We gotta make the Snyder Cut 2, 3, and Sex in the City.
It's Sex in the City. That's right. And then where is it? Oh, I don't even have it on here. Oh well. So yeah, so I mean, that's what we have with that. Let me see. That's something else I was gonna bring up here. Where'd it go? So then there's this. And this kind of shit's really bothering me. So I thought we'd talk about it. So it says, let me get this straight. The Suicide Squad flopped big time at the box office, and it gets not one but 2 spinoffs on HBO Max. Someone explain this to me. Okay, so I get what they're saying. I get that, but at the same time, unfortunately, the studio, they don't give a fuck. They want to stay in the business of James Gunn. That's what they're looking at. And so they're like, hey, we'll give you a spinoff. We'll give you that. And the fact of the matter is, from everything we've heard, especially from Daniel RPK, was that, they offered Ben Affleck a series and he turned it down. Now, obviously he turned it down at this point because he's like, nah, I already moved on past this. And then, back when he was doing the movies, he probably would have done it. It's a shame that he said no, because that would have been really, really fucking cool. And
I mean, I don't blame him for saying no. Like, Warner Bros. Were real pricks to him, like with the Joss Whedon,
Well,
Jeff
I
Johns
mean, but not only
situation.
that though, but I mean, as a human being, at a certain point, you kind of move on from wanting to play certain roles. You know, I mean that takes a
Mm.
lot of dedication to do
And
that
he's done
Batman
with
role.
IP,
Well, that's what
like
he said.
yeah,
But I mean, then people would say, "Oh, well, if Zach asked him, I'm sure he'd come back." And who knows? I'm sure he would. But
yeah.
I don't
Did
speak for
with
him. I don't speak for Zach. And I'm not going to say he would or he wouldn't come back. But I hope he would. 'Cause that'd be pretty badass. But I mean, this shit here, I mean, everyone's like, "Ah, it's a disaster." Da, da, da. Yeah, you know what? It didn't do very. It did pretty shitty at the box office. And to be honest with you, I feel that this movie, The Suicide Squad, should not have come out when it did.
it
I
came
think
out
this
the
is
worst time, like
well,
during lockdown, and also it
but
was
not only that
overshadowed.
though. But not only that though. Yes, it was coming on. It came out on the heels of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Okay, but on top of that, this movie should have came out after well in the next year. I mean to me this is the
Mm.
kind of film where if this would have came out after even Black Adam, then it would have been a lot better because then it would have fit into the direction that they're going with in the DCEU. Instead it just kind of came out and was like, yo, and it was like,
Yeah,
okay.
and they want it to be more connected, so
Yeah,
like why not? Yeah.
it just seemed. I mean, I know it did connect to Peacemaker, but I don't know. It just felt like it just felt very out of place.
Mm.
James Gunn is Zabi's golden boy. He's from exactly at this
They
point.
handed him pretty much the keys to all DC
Yeah,
characters.
I mean, they want him to come and do more projects for DC. So I mean, unfortunately, we don't make decisions over there. I mean, they don't listen to the fans. So they're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
keep
they
going with
hate
that.
us. They hate the
That's
fans.
why I don't get why they would listen to Gunn. If he suggests the Ayer cut, I know. I don't get why they don't just do the Ayer cut. It's ridiculous. We should respect his decision and support his future projects. That's all we got to do. Exactly. He's talking about Ben Affleck. I say bring back Gavin O'Connor's Suicide Squad script. I mean, possibly. The name turned people off. Yeah, I mean, and at this point, Suicide Squad too. I mean, the Suicide Squad. It kind of, I don't know. I just feel like it came out at the wrong time. And it just a bad. Was it wrong place, wrong time
Mm.
for the Suicide Squad? Now, do I think it's a bad movie? I don't think it's a bad movie. It has some cool parts, but overall, I
I
just think it was
like
kind
how
of
it's more violent, like more swearing, but
yeah.
yeah, overall, it's just not really a memorable movie to like. And yeah, it came out really bad timing. So yeah.
There's been speculation, Bacchiaro, that the reason why the reason why Ben didn't want to move forward with the HBO Max Batman project was because he wanted Zach as an executive producer, and they said Zach will not be involved with this moving forward, and that was kind of like one of those things where he's like, okay, you know what, I think I'll pass. Like, it was one of those things where he wanted him to be involved. If he's not involved, then he's not going to move forward. I can't confirm that, but I've also heard those rumors as well, and it wouldn't surprise me if something like that did go down. I could be completely wrong. Yeah. WB low key wants to do Justice League 2 for some reason. I feel like they're waiting after the reception of Black Adam or The Flash. Definitely after The Flash, I think is when you're going to start seeing the DC kind of start to mold their new Justice League. The Flash is going to set the groundwork for the DCE moving forward. But what's weird is that it comes out after Black Adam. So Black Adam's going to come out, and you're going to have the JSA in that. But where does that where does
Yeah, where does that all
where does
fit
that
in?
where does it lie? Is it in the new timeline that's being made in the Flash, or is this in a separate universe altogether? Like
Or maybe it's set
I
in
don't
like the
know.
past, maybe like
Well, but,
sixties.
in the past of what universe? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's very confusing. I did love King Shark and Bloodsport in the film. I thought King Shark was all right. I didn't like how he was so stupid.
It
And I
was
thought
pretty much
Bloodsport
just a
was
Groot
good.
ripoff.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I thought I liked Bloodsport. I liked Ratcatcher, and I liked Polka Dot Man.
Oh yeah, I've got
Um,
like a new link, like a new. I'm sharing it my screen right now, so
what is this?
it's
What did
like
you do
of the
here?
this. What did you do? I did the Suicide Squad 2. It's
Okay.
like Aya's sequel. So Yeah, you got Will Smith, Digger Harkness. Who else? You got Keanu was Vandal Savage. You got Katana back. You got Killer Croc. You got this chick. You got Zack Snyder as King Shark. What else? Yeah, pretty much just that. Oh yeah, you got Wonder Woman.
You have Jonah Hex. What?
Yeah, because like it goes through history, like with like Jonah Hex, like Etrigan, all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I did that like.
Interesting casting.
Yeah, it is. Like,
He's like, yeah, it is. No, I mean, look, I mean, like I said, Suicide Squad, it didn't really impress me. There was some scenes and there were some characters I liked, but overall, I thought it was kind of a dumb movie.
The jokes pretty much ruined the movie.
Well,
like,
the thing is that like when you compare it to the first Suicide Squad, to me it's not fair because we haven't seen the real version of it. We've seen the studio squad. We've seen the studio's version of Suicide Squad, which fucking sucks. It's like, but you can tell that there's a better movie in there, but we'll never know because we've never seen it. In fact, here I have this right here, and we talked about this on the show on Monday, but I'll bring it back up because it kind of relates to what we're talking about. So there's a guy named Owen that Mr. Jesse Allen has been in contact with.
Owen Wilson.
I know Owen Wilson.
Oh
and
wow! Yeah,
he
I've
said
seen the haircut. Yeah, it's really good. Oh wow! Yeah, it's pretty much.
And
like
so this was it right here. Hold on, let me see. So this is what. So fun facts: the haircut in Transformers was supposed to. There's supposed to be a dialogue with Steppenwolf.
Oh really?
Well, I mean, look. Okay, so here's a scene right here, which I've never seen this scene.
Yeah, I've never
ever.
seen that either. So
And like, where is she even at? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even recognize the background. Like, I don't know where she's supposed to be at.
Maybe, but.
And so this is the guy Owen who's a good friend of David Ayer and's worked on the set as well. He said, which scene was that where Enchantress lives?
Yeah, where
like
is
what?
that?
Oh, it was supposed to be a dialogue with Steppenwolf, something like that. So I mean, there's a lot more to this movie than we saw, and that's what pisses me off is that I want to see what this whole movie was supposed to be about, and I really do feel like it was going to be another Justice League movie, where in the sense that it's like an entirely different movie altogether. I mean, David Ayer even said it had a completely different opening scene, it had a different score, it had a different tone. It's an entirely different. It felt like it was almost an entirely different movie, and I really, really, really want to see the Ayer cut.
Yeah.
Jesse said that's someone else. I spoke to Owen about Batman dream sequence. Okay, so that's not. Oh, that's the same avatar though as your buddy Owen that you were talking about. But anyhow, so what he's saying is that he talked to the guy Owen, and he asked him if there's any more Batman scenes, and he said, yeah, in a dream sequence. Now that could easily have been when she was showing them, visions of, when they're all having those kind of dreams before they took on Enchantress.
Yeah, when Deadshot kills Batman, you got.
Yeah, exactly. So that could have been that scene there. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's Owen, but someone else. Yeah, I know someone else talking to him. This is not when Jesse was talking to him. And let me see where I have that over here somewhere. Let me see if I can find Jesse's tweet real quick. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where the hell is it, Jesse? Come on, man. Help me out here.
Did you block him, Jesse?
Come on. No, man. I'm just he's very active on social media, so
yeah, he's always on.
Finding this isn't exactly the easiest thing. Let me see. Here's some cool concept art from Suicide Squad.
Yeah, there's so much cool.
Have a good night, man.
Concept does.
Go Niners. Here's a concept art right here. The Joker's blasting this dude in the head.
Jesus Christ, that's really graphic. It's like, and the movie wasn't really that graphic. So I'm wondering, was the movie like I'm not saying it's going to be like the Suicide Squad violent, but like I'm sure there must have been like, because like we know in Zack Snyder's Justice League, like it was rated R, and like I mean I'm not saying like I think the R rating was pretty unnecessary. Like it should have been just M or MA. Like, but like yeah, like was this movie meant to be more graphic? Because like they have the word suicide in the title of the movie. So
well, I mean, it's the name of the group in the comics. is the
Yeah, I
Suicide
know.
Squad. So, and this is cool too. Look, that was like originally in the concept art, that was a drone, which
Oh,
would make
cool.
sense too, because like the Joker, they were in that huge freaking helicopter plane thing. I was just like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, how did they
Um,
get that?
yeah, this made more sense to have a drone do it, and he's bringing her the rope. Like,
And it's
I guess
somehow
that,
tied to that goddamn
yeah,
what's it called?
what do you call it? Yeah, that thing with Jigger right there,
Yeah.
that rig.
What bridge
Um,
is that there? Kind of looks like the
I don't
Harbor
know.
Bridge.
Look at that. Looks
Is
really
that Ace
cool.
Chemicals?
I
Looks like
don't
it.
know, but it's
No,
pretty cool though.
it's the warehouse scene. Batman was fine. It's like,
So he says that it's Ayer, so definitely will be more violent. I mean, look, before he did the Ayer cut, he did a movie called Fury. That movie was
I've
fucking
been wanting to say
badass,
that.
dude.
I've been
Such a
wanting
good movie, dude. Like, I
I gotta see
fucking
that.
love that movie. It's got Josh Barenthal. It's got a bunch of actors in it, and it's just a
Oh,
good movie, dude. It's
the
fucking
actor?
the actor. Just
Where is
really,
that
really
from?
good. It's from Back to the Future, man.
Oh, right.
Back to the
Okay.
Future. Yeah, I don't. Oh, yeah. Jesse said he sent it to me. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Jesse, you better be telling
He
the truth.
said it's in the group chat. Jesse, it's in the group chat. You say? I don't. I don't quite see it.
It's
You
gotta be
haven't
somewhere.
sent it over. Why am I talking like I'm Australian?
It's
Yeah, I don't see
contagious.
it, dude. I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't know if he sent it.
Joker carrying Harley after the acid bath. Okay, that's what that was. Okay. I still don't understand how ZSGL got that R rating. It's it's got nothing really that's R
Yeah, it
deserving.
wasn't
Maybe
really
one
too
scene.
violent. Like you see, like a
Yeah,
few decapitations, but overall, it's not really
that's
that
got to be
violent.
what it is because of the violence that you see from Steppenwolf when he's like hacking up
Like, it's too
the
dark. Like it's too scary.
the Amazonians, and then he's chopping freaking Atlanteans in half and like throwing their bodies around. Or in that one scene too where he takes Atlantean and he throws them up,
Oh yeah,
against that
that was.
rock. It's like, oh god. That's probably where it happened. Hang on, I still have it. Descend it. Okay. So while he does that,
If he does that.
if he does that, and we'll take a look at that. And then I thought this was funny too. This was this is somebody trying to point something out about the trailer, but
Oh my. Oh my
but
god.
what's funny was that like when I saw it, I was like, dude, I wonder if they were going for that. Like that's supposed to be Robin. Like I don't think so, but I mean, because they're at a funeral. That funeral
Yeah,
for
you're not
who? We
gonna be
don't
like,
know.
hey, you want to be my son? Like, you want to be my son or something? Like, so
I don't know.
I love that, that
I just
editing
thought it
of
was
Robin.
interesting. I was like, dude, don't tell me that's what it was. That's supposed to be Robin, but let me
Yeah,
see.
that'd be very weird and
Here it
off-putting.
is. Okay, he sent it to me. Let me pull it up right now. There we go. Okay, so according to Jesse Allen, there was a dream sequence that involved Batman that we didn't get to see at all in the theatrical. WB had the nerve to remove the entire Batman sequence from us. If I were to guess, I bet this was part of Joker's dream that Enchantress offers him. And I think so. I mean, if it's a dream sequence, then that makes more sense. Hey, Owen, since you have seen David's cut in full, are there any cool things you can share that didn't happen in the theatrical or any more Batman scenes? Dream sequence. Well, he could be talking about anything cool dream
Yeah.
sequence.
Like there is, I heard something like oh, Joker was gonna be like where he had like the power of like
What's
something
up,
like
DC?
of Enchantress, DC, of Enchantress, and he said, oh, I'm going to be mayor of Gotham and King Joker, and Batman would be
Mm-hmm.
my what's it called, vice mayor or something. Um, so yeah, and I think that could be where that Hot Toys figure like of Batman Jokerized came from, because I was wondering after the movie came out or before the movie came out, I was like, what? Where is that from? Is that a deleted scene, or was that just a goddamn hoax? Did someone cool made that up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously. And this is something that came out a while ago, which I thought was interesting. I've seen this before too, but so check this out. As soon as we're talking about the air cut, so there was early screening reactions. Daniel RPK says Suicide Squad finally gives you the Batman you've always wanted to see. Also, Batman has much more has as much screen time in Suicide Squad as Spider-Man had in Civil War, much more than I was expecting. Suicide Squad was amazing. Daniel Albuquerque also said Batman vs Superman. Batman equals the Punisher.
Okay, I
Okay.
won't say that. But...
Suicide Squad's Batman equals Batman. Okay. RBK also said that Suicide Squad doesn't have a main character per se, but Harley Quinn is the closest thing to it.
So she's like the heart of the movie, sort of like how Cyborg was the heart of
right.
Justice
But
League.
then you look over at after the theatrical version. The more I think about the theatrical version of Suicide Squad, the less I like it. Man, they really messed it up. I was really disappointed when I saw the final cut of the movie, but I tried to stay positive. I really did. I didn't like some of the changes they made, but I still think Suicide Squad's a good movie. Stop twisting my words and say I hated the movie, because I'm sure people were saying that. Suicide Squad's Blu-ray will have 11 minutes of extra footage. Ha! The version I saw had at least 30 to 35 minutes of extra footage. Some of the changes they've done for Suicide Squad were just odd. They changed the order of some scenes. I felt like some of the changes were made to put Will Smith's Deadshot more in front. As someone who saw the test screening, I know that for a fact the original version was much better.
Breaking news.
Yeah, I mean, this came out a long time ago, though.
Okay.
But
so this only surfaced just then, or was this? When was this surfaced?
No, I read this like over a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but someone just reposted it in that same thread. But I mean, it goes to show you that like even Daniel RBK is saying how like it's an entirely different movie, and they're moving scenes around to different parts of the movie. So obviously, it's just a different movie altogether. In early test screenings, probably wasn't even David's full cut exactly. Yeah, they're just test screenings, and then totally. What is this? Block that guy.
Okay.
So will we ever see this? I don't know. I hope we do, because I think it'd be really, really fucking cool. But the last thing I wanted to kind of touch on was the Flash movie. So
oh yeah,
this could be the end for Ben Affleck as the Flash. And I read, oh my god, dude, I read this this leak. I'll put some music on. I forgot all about that.
yeah, you
I
can
read,
do that. I had
yeah.
no idea you could do that. Like, is that new or something?
Yeah, it's brand new. I read this leak, right? And it was talking about how let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see. It's on a different website. Hold on.
Because when you said like we're gonna talk about the Flash movie, I was like, oh, are we talking about Ezra Miller or?
Well, that too. I mean, Ezra Miller. I mean, he look. I don't want to talk too much about that because of the people that he was going after. But I think that it's a crazy move that he did that, and I hope it works out for the best for him.
And I was so confused. What happened? Like, what is going on?
Let me see. Oh, sorry, I was reading something else. Okay, so where is it? Okay. So this is via Reddit, okay? It says
is that reliable?
No, this is not reliable at all. This is pretty much crap, okay? So I'm going to read this to you guys. Let me lower this a little bit. There, that's a little better. This is really bad. This is really, really bad.
If it's really bad, it might be true. So who knows?
Okay, so here, let me move it over here. So I can get a better look at it. Okay. It says, from the leak, Batfleck and Barry, and there's all kinds of punctuation errors too. Batfleck and Barry travels through time, meets Keaton. Later they fight Black Flash, and a crisis emerged, causing Batfleck to fuse with negative Speed Force and turns Batfleck to Red Death. Like, get the fuck out of here.
What?
Keaton becomes a mentor-like figure to Barry, considering the fact that Red Death is Bruce Wayne. So this might happen later. What? Barry discovered that Lex Luthor imprisoned a metahuman, so they find out and discover that that's Supergirl. Keaton recognizes her and says it's Clark's son. What?
son. What?
What are you talking about?
Wait, so Sasha Kaye is a guy, or what the fuck? Okay, it's probably true.
This is fucking terrible, dude. This is totally fucking fake. It's all BS.
Ben Affleck is gonna be
hold on.
the villain of the movie.
I know, right? Okay, it gets even more wild here. Okay, now I am not condoning any of this. I'm reading it because I think it's fucking stupid. Okay, that's why I'm reading it.
Stupid.
Hold on, put the this one back on. It's more chill. Okay. So it says here, Barry discovered that. The Barry discovering that Lex Luthor imprisoned a metahuman. I think that's kind of a cool idea. That's about the only thing I think is cool in here. Oh yeah, Keaton. Okay, hold on. The crisis that happened before make elements form the Burtonverse come in the DCEU. Later, it's Eve Alex that Sasha Kaye is. What the fuck?
Who's Eve Alex?
I don't know. I think it's misspelling all over the place. Is Christopher Reeve's daughter, and yeah, it confirmed that the Connor films, I didn't even say Donner films, are canon in the Burtonverse. Alternate Barry, it says alternate Barry is Eobard Thawne, which they spelled wrong, who has been planning this all along.
Oh my god, this.
He triggered the negative Speed Force to make Batfleck Red Death and use his power to merge the Burtonverse into the DCEU. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is so terrible. This sounds so fake.
It sounds fake, but I'm also scared that might be true. I'm like, is this
later, Bakiara? The end credit is Thawne surviving, which makes Red Death's sacrifice pointless. Like, what? Anyway, I'm not even gonna read this. This is fucking stupid.
Yeah, this sounds really stupid. Like,
it's
a movie
somebody
that
being an idiot
immediately.
Yeah, like BBS happens with Keaton and Sasha instead, but Lex is the one planning the event. This is fucking dumb. I'm done with this shit. Anyway, I read this shit today. I could not fucking believe it. I was like, man, this sounds like hot garbage, dude.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what that's so that everything you just heard right there. This is what I have to say about that. If I can fucking find it, here it is.
This is bullshit.
But yeah, anyway, so there's my point is that there's a lot of stupid rumors being spread out there about this movie, and it hasn't been test screened yet. It hasn't come out yet, so just be patient and we'll find out eventually if this movie is any good, because as of now we know barely anything about what this movie is going to be about, other than who's going to be in the movie.
Anything. Like,
no,
they keep saying, "Oh, multiverse, like
multiverse."
What? That doesn't explain shit. Like, and who is actually invited to the test screenings? Sounds like Joss Whedon.
I don't know. And you know what? With that, we are going to wrap things up right now. So Axel, thank you for coming on the show. Because I'm going to go to bed as well. It is extremely late.
Oh yeah, it's midnight right for you, right?
1:23 in the morning.
1:20. Oh, yeah, you got.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, I work tomorrow, but not until later in the day. So.
All right. Okay.
But dude, thank you for coming on, man. This is fun.
Yeah, thanks for bringing this. Thanks for inviting me on. This was really fun. And yeah
man, for sure.
Again, next week or something.
Go Niners! Yeah. Anyway, so you guys, if you can, check out Axel Droga on Twitter. It's Axel. No, it's Droga52.
No, it's just Axel Droga.
Axel Droga on Twitter. Yeah, he does a lot of art, and I think you can find the art on is it DeviantArt?
Yeah, DeviantArt, just Axel Droga again.
Okay.
And yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Droga52. I sometimes do streams. Yeah.
And then hold on.
Yes, Jesse, our nights are just starting. Yeah, what time is it?
Yeah, your night is just starting. Exactly. All right. Well, thanks, you guys. I will see you guys on Monday for Nicotina show. Until then, fucking be cool, do some shit, have some fun, get ready for these movies and shows that are be coming out. And I will talk to you guys later. Consider being a member. Smash that like button. Smash it. Leave a comment in the comment section. I don't care if you just say fuck you or I love you or you're cool or you're not that cool. They want the interaction. I need the interaction. So say what you want to say. Anything about the topics that we talked about, Ayer Cut, Flash, the Batman. Leave it in the chat.
Yeah.
Ezra Miller. Oh, God. Anyhow. All right, you guys. We will see you next time.